Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug Eye. I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. Nothing yesterday because, again, I haven't gotten into recording in advance. Plus, I've had a really lot going on. I've had, today, I'm surprised I'm even recording. I had a lot of issues with my PayPal, having problems linking my bank account, which has always been linked. And so now I have to wait until tomorrow to try and relink it. If it doesn't work, I have to get in touch with PayPal again. It's just a big mess because I need my bank account linked to my PayPal so I can get any money that comes through to my PayPal accessible to more than online stuff. Because the money that I get, to be honest with you, the money that I get right now from YouTube, I use for gas to help get my wife to her doctor's appointments in the middle of the week, middle of the month to the end of the month. So I really need that to be finished. And it's been a busy week, as the first week up to and through the 5th can be. Plus, my wife has a total of 4 doctor's appointments this week. And it's just how it is. There's no complaining or anything here. I'm just a night owl. I don't like to go to bed before like 2 in the morning. And I usually get up around 1, not 1, around somewhere like between 10 and 12, roughly, normally. Sometimes even as late as 2 in the afternoon. That's just how I am. But my wife's doctor's appointments are early in the morning. That's when they're available. That's when they were scheduled. I've got no complaints on that. It's just how it is. So I've been a bit extra tired recently, and it's going to continue so because she has early doctor's appointment Thursday. I believe her doctor's appointment on Friday is early, and then she's back to her wound care on Saturday, which is early. And to make it even earlier, we live some distance away, so we have to be up even earlier. So just a little rundown. That's why I didn't post yesterday. The time that came when I'd normally record, I was just too tired. I was like, I can't. But I want to post today. When I end the contest on Saturday, I'm going to try and post up another trucking vid just to make up for the one that's missing Monday. I want to try and get that done so that I have 5 videos. I really want to be more consistent. But as you know, anyone who's been subscribed to me even for a little bit, you know that just things have been, we were taking the sawdust panels, if I remember correctly. Things have just been really busy for me. Hang on, my controller wire here is all like twisted. That's a little bit better. So, yeah. I've just been, tired. Like I said, most of you know that, been going through, hide beat. I still haven't changed my controls. Been going through some things because my wife is having health problems with her foot, and it's just been busy, hectic, and more so at the beginning of the month just has added to it. And just because of that, I was just like really too tired to do anything yesterday. I really want to get on the bandwagon of recording videos ahead of time, rendering them even ahead of time, and having them ready to upload so I don't have to worry. I just haven't done that yet, and there's really no excuse for that. There's just really, I'm going to be honest with you, no excuse for that at all. Oh, it's over here. I really want my YouTube channel to be consistent. you know? That's what I want. I just want my YouTube channel to be consistent. It's getting to the point where maybe I can make a little something of it. I'd like to. There's a lot of things I want to do. It's just going to take time. I know there's another trailer here. Okay, we're going to make it. Now we have to keep in mind that even though we have a regular size trailer, it is 49 tons. So it is extra heavy. Hey! No, don't do that. Okay. And I've just got so many things that have happened recently. I wanted to take my car to the car wash because even though it's been raining a lot, there's still some packed on dirt on it. But if I'm gonna wash my car at all, I think I'm gonna have to wash it here at home, and I don't even know how to go about that in terms of like what to use to wash the car with. Mainly because I forgot I had to get the car inspected, which is another issue that's come up. It just seems like so many things are coming at once. Oh boy. 49 tons up this hill? Okay. I'm not even going to shift gears. This is a good one to be out on the outside for, in all due honesty. Let's get on the other side. Kind of holding in third. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But yeah, the tint on my front windows is too dark, and to the inspection credit, the guy doing the inspection credit, he let me slide this time, but by this time next year, and actually I should actually be getting it done really, really soon, the tint on the front windows has got to come off, and I just don't want it to come off. I actually like having the windows tinted. And what really bugs me, I said, is I'm like, this tint, you know, this is dealership, so technically factory. Goes, that's not factory. Yeah, it is. The Scion that I have is not a car that was built here in America. You know, because actually a lot of Japanese car companies build their cars here in the United States, that they sell in the United States. My Scion came out of Japan. And these are the options that are available. The things that are on it are options that are available for my Scion, such as the little spoiler on the back, couple other options it has, seats and whatnot, and one of them's the tint. I looked it up, I researched it, and one of them's the tint on the windows. So it really annoys me that this has got to be done, because it's not my fault. It's how the car came. So anyways, I want to get the tint. I just don't want to pull the tint off. I want to have the tint replaced with a lighter tint, because I really do like having the I don't know why I shifted. There's really no point. I'm really just trying to keep momentum. I don't care if I rev up. Yeah, I really want tint on the windows, so I got to get a lighter tint, a legal tint put on. And I really want to do it as soon as possible. But I can't do it this month. I've got almost no money left. I don't think I can do it next month, because next month I have to get the tire on the car changed. I was able to put it off. I'm keeping a close eye on it. I'm able to put it off this month so far, and I think it'll be okay till next month. The outside of the tire is a bit worn, but I think it's going to be okay. So that's going to be done next month. So that's going to put probably my video card and joining the gym off for a while yet. And then getting the tint done will probably be March if nothing else shows up. It's just the way it is. And it's really, really aggravating. You know, it's always something. Always just a pain in my ass. But I'm just taking it one step at a time. That's all. It's one step at a time. And it's more troubling to me right now because I am tired. But even if I go lay down, most likely, I mean, unless I am truly, utterly, outright exhausted, okay, my body tends to reject going to sleep until at least like sometime after midnight, and it's random, and even then it's hard to fall asleep too early. And to say it's annoying is an understatement. Excuse me one second. I got a really bad itch right behind one of my arms. And of course, once you itch one spot, it like goes everywhere. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not fully thrilled, but I'm looking on the brighter side. At least I'm trying to, you know. Oh, you know what, camera? I really don't care today. I don't know what the speed limit is, but I'm only doing 80. That's different. All those big barrels along the side. But yeah, I just trying to look on the brighter side that things could be a lot worse. Could be a hell of a lot worse. Yeah, I like took $10 extra out of my account to wash my car, take it to the car wash, but I'm gonna have to save it. So I have a lot of stuff happen, funny stuff. You know, it hasn't been all bad. It's just, it's a little stressful, but it's definitely not all bad. Don't get me wrong on that one. While driving to the store one time a couple days ago, late at night, I ended up having a penny that I usually drop stuff in my hat that I wear, and I thought I took everything out. And that ended up not being the case, as I apparently had a penny left in my hat. And the penny slipped out of my hat while I was driving, and I thought it was a bug. Nice highway off-ramp right into the side of a mountain. I don't know if you caught that. But, yeah, anyways. I thought it was a bug. I freaked out a little bit because I thought it was up around my shoulders. Then I felt something go down the back of my shirt and head for the seat. And I was worried that maybe it slipped into my shorts or something. So I quick pulled the car over and I jumped out and patted around my back, and I looked down the seat and I saw the penny, and I was like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Oops, I see you. Yes, I actually see you. How about that? I'm sorry, I'm trying not to sniff into my microphone, but I always have that problem, and being tired just tends to complicate it. Let's see. At least it doesn't look like we'll be in the dark too long. As the sunrise is coming. Man, what is up with all these hills all of a sudden? That's pretty cool there. It's looking like a, yeah, it's a stadium of some kind. Oh no, it's, I don't know, some kind of huge construction going on. Some kind of like bridge or something? I don't know. Looks like a stadium, but then you got all these things over on the left. I have no idea what they are. I've never seen that before personally. I think it looks pretty cool. I know I still haven't gotten the small mirror mod, and I don't know if I will, if I'm to be honest with you. Oops, not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. I don't know why I always screw the buttons up. How many episodes of this game do I have just recently? Never mind my old ones. And I still tend to forget what buttons do what. That's really not well. So we got a bit of a windy road coming up here. Hopefully there's not too much elevation and whatnot. This trip's going to be a little bit brutal. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a long trip until we actually get on a highway, if that makes sense. Drama discovered. I'm sure there's a joke in there about drama. Been playing Evil Up, but not the way I normally do, and I honestly would like to get back to that. Being involved in more corp activities, but again, it comes down to the time I have available to me, when I'm able to log in, and when the stuff that my corp does is, I don't need my lights anymore. Around about 5:30 in the morning, you can turn your lights off. The stuff that my corp does, you know, getting involved in that. And then towards the, you know, the middle of the afternoon, especially when I'm able to first get on, I like to watch my YouTube videos. Some videos, you know, some channels I'm subscribed to every so often put something out that I want. Regularly I watch BizSnap, Chris Move, Maximilian. Not sure. Beyond that, who else I watch regularly? Force Strategy sometimes. Trump for Hearthstone. This trip's gonna be brutal if this continues. Is this a rush delivery? We could be in trouble. And then we have this nice smooth area, and you look ahead and curves again. Oh, game, stop that. Another little adventure I had. Quit hitching, game. There's not that much to load out here. Another little adventure I had is I apparently had a mouse in my computer. I used to keep the side facing me open for easier access and keeping it cooler and whatnot. And then just at night I heard something clanging and it sounded like it was biting on metal in there, and I kind of figured it was a mouse, and I was working to try and catch him. I had some snap traps that I baited up in an area that he usually liked to walk, because he only became active there at night, and I kind of figured out why. Around a computer, you know, computers can throw a lot of heat, and it's been cold around here, so it's a good place for him to go and stay warm. Not a good place for me to want him with all the wires and everything in there that he could easily and most likely would chew on. So I sent out the snap traps, and I had a spare glue board, and I'll get to that in a second. And I set them out. And within about an hour, I heard squeaking. And because I heard squeaking, I knew what trap he was on. He was on the glue board. And I felt really bad, honestly. I hate glue boards. I don't like killing animals at all, really. You know, I do it more out of necessity. And the mice, you know, I can't afford to have somebody come and trap them and try and remove them humanely. So I have to do what needs to be done. And I had extra glue boards. You know, well, if you don't like them, why'd you have them? Because my mother-in-law likes glue boards, and she asked a while back when we had a couple mice in the house to pick some up, and I did, and I just had extra left. I have one extra. So I decided to use it, and because the area I was covering that he walks in is really big, and that's the glue board's only real advantage to me, is that it can cover a very large area very easily, as opposed to snap traps, which are very small. So anyways, I knew he was on the glue board, and I saw him trying to get himself free, try and bite at the glue, which was getting his face stuck, and he'd pull it out because he wasn't really stuck, and trying to jump free, and I felt so horrible, man. You know, I really did. I don't like killing anything just because they deserve to be here as much as we do, in my eyes. You know, I mean, I don't mind hunting so much, although I believe that hunting should be done with like bow and arrow and crossbow to make it more challenging, rather than with a high-powered long shot rifle that you can pull from way far off. That's not to say it can't still be difficult to get within range of what you're hunting. I just don't believe in high-powered rifles for hunting. I think crossbow, bow and arrow, that's... Oh, stop it, game, really? I'm sorry. I know those are my biggest pet peeves. I keep getting those speeding tickets, and hey, just ride your bike into the house. No problem. But what is what is. I'm not a hunter. I don't mind hunting. I think hunting's okay as long as the animal that you're hunting can sustain being hunted. I don't, of course, like hunting endangered species. Things like that. Of course, I don't believe that's wrong. But I have nothing wrong with people hunting like invasive species or overpopulated species, some deer and whatnot, things like that. To me, that's okay. But it needs to be moderated and monitored at all times as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I did what I could and to put the mouse out of his misery rather than let him do one of two things, which comes with glue boards. They say like more humane or more this or more that. No, bullshit. I saw the speed camera that time. It was on top of that pole. Can I please? No? You're just gonna... You jerk. Usually you put your directional on, they'll let you go. Oh well. I'm gonna drive from the outside of the truck for now, because the frame rate's a little iffy. But yeah, they say that they're better or they're more humane. To me, they're not. No, never have been. Because the one of two things is going to happen. The mouse is going to suffocate by getting his nose stuck in the glue board, or he's going to end up starving to death. And that's torturous to anything at any given point in time. It's really that simple. But be all that as it may, and it's how long it's taken me to explain all that, I still felt a bit of relief just based on the fact that I figured, okay, my computer's safe, the mouse is done. Well, apparently there was more than one. Because that same night I heard more biting and scratching at metal, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I finally pulled my monitors aside and I just sat there and stared at my computer, and I eventually caught movement of the mouse behind my the mouse was behind my hard drives in the computer, and I was like, oh, fucking wonderful. So with a lot of fuss and a lot of mess and knocking things over, I turned the computer and pulled the back panel off, and when I did, the mouse was gone. It apparently had panicked and ran out. Now, in hindsight, to prevent this from happening before, because I did catch a mouse coming out of my computer at one time, I duct taped up any openings that weren't closed, like when I used to run a PhysX card in my computer. Can I get back in now without the frame rate going completely? Yeah, that's alright. But yeah, I have my PhysX card in there. And it was running, fine for a while, but I decided to pull it out because it really didn't matter all that much. I really didn't see much of a difference or change. on the load on the card that I have. So, but I lost the panels to lock that back up, and that's the way the mouse was getting in and out. So I duct taped that up. I had an opening up front where my CD drive used to be that I gave to my wife because my wife needed a CD drive, CD-ROM, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever drive. I forget how many things it had on it. So I decided to give that to her because I never used it anymore. Everything I do is digital, and again, I didn't have the paneling to cover the front, so I just duct taped over that, to keep the mouse out. So after making sure that my computer was completely mouse free, I got my panel back, my side panel, and reclosed it up to keep the mouse out. Very nerve-wracking when you're a PC nut and your PC, right, is your only source of entertainment. I mean, this is literally all I have. And it's getting to the point I want to start saving to buy new parts. A new updated CPU, new motherboard, memory, new power supply, all these things. I want to buy all these different things, and either put them into my case that I have here, or even buy a new case. This is just literally what I want to do, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to save that kind of money. I'm just going to have to, yep. I don't know if I'd ever actually be able to save that kind of money. Just because I'm constantly having to pay for things and I don't get a lot of money. It would make a big difference if I wasn't paying, me and my wife weren't paying for our car. But, of course, we have to. We need the car. And the two of us, we each pay about $200 a month. Our bill is like $398 a month for the car, which is a little steep, I'm going to be honest with you. But it's a really good car. And we really wanted it, and we've had it for a year, was August. So almost a year and like 6 months. And it's still doing fine to this day. I really don't know what's going on with my frame rate. I mean, I'm used to it getting low in some areas, but I don't see why it's so bad out here. It really shouldn't be. Again, I think having another video card and running them together would be really, really good. But I don't know, it's just not in the cards right now. And there's really no reason for it to be hitch loading like it is. I don't understand why it's doing that either. Mainly because I cleaned it out. It's clean. I dusted it off completely. But yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess. Maybe the area I'm in or something. We'll get through it. I really need to stop complaining about it, but sometimes like that, it's really bad. And then it causes me to reset the recording, which there's been a lot in this one, and I apologize for that. I try to keep it minimized, but it's just being really, really bad today for whatever reason. And I don't dare set my settings any lower. Otherwise, the game's going to start looking like a potato. And the stupid thing is it's 90% fraps. Maybe it has something to do with the hard drive. I mean, I really don't know if getting another card would fix it. It could be the hard drive that it's recording on that's causing problems, you know? I really don't know. Maybe I need to defrag the drive. You know, I record on it a lot, delete a lot. I don't know. Maybe I need to defrag it. Something I haven't done in a while. Maybe that would help. Could possibly help. Something to look into. Although, you know, you can tell I have no clue. But, you know, anything that might help. Anything at all. I wanted to do a little bit of the Heroes of the Storm gameplay, because I'm actually in the technical alpha, but I'm having an issue that a lot of people have been reporting, and it really sucks because I just got into the game. It's really, really laggy. Incredibly laggy. You know, my character run or walks like 4 or 5 steps, and then the game hitches. Then 4 or 5 steps and hitches. You know, it's a momentary pause of anywhere from 1 to 4 seconds. It's really, really bad. A lot of people are reporting this issue. But you can't be too mad. You really can't, because it's a technical alpha. It's not even in beta yet. You know, it's not in beta yet. So you're going to have these issues. So I'm honestly not mad about it. If anything, I'm just really annoyed, because this is something I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to get into I've been wanting to get into the alpha. I've been wanting to play the game. And when I do, I have the one bug that makes the game so unplayable. It's so frustrating. Okay, you know you're going slow and hauling a heavy load. Yeah, I kind of thought that might happen. Ooh! Ow, bad accident. I don't know if you caught that in the mirror or not. That car did not stop. I really need to start thinking about a rest stop. And I think I should have been thinking about it a while ago. Hopefully there's one not too far distance. The truck sim guys are usually pretty good about keeping rest stops accessible. Speak of the devil. We're good on fuel, so we don't need that. Is it F6? Yeah. Alright, 2 hours, 11 minutes for my next rest stop. So, we're on a country road. The rest stop's here. If I want another one along the road, it's going to be here. And at the speed that I'm going, even on highway, that's well, no, it's there. Alright, so I'm going to try and bypass this. If it gets bad enough, I can go into town and rest stop, like here or in town. But I'm going to try and make this big rest stop over here. That's what I'm going to attempt to do. So we're going to bypass the gas station. I know this is another roll of the dice, but as a trucker, this is kind of what you do. A lot of truck drivers do tend to push it. I've got some fairly flat road. I've got a little bit of decent speed under me finally. Well, I'm going to lose a little bit here because we've got a little bit of a hill climb. But still, I've had some decent speed under me, fairly flat road. We're going to get up onto a highway, which will hopefully allow us to cruise a little bit. So we're in good shape. 49 tons in a 4x2. I chickened out on that corner because I was worried that I might roll with 49 tons on the back. But we're making actually really good time right now. So I think we're gonna make our all right. Speed limit was 70. Just as I'm saying, I'm like, all right, speed limits. I'm not overly concerned. Again, I mean, I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to do it. I don't want speeding tickets, but I'm not too concerned because the hard economy mod is not on, which I can absorb quite a few speeding tickets if need be. Not that I want to. And I was like, okay, speed limit 70. When I saw the speed limit change, I should have slowed down right away, knowing that there'd be a speed camera right after it. But I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to look, and I wanted to push for time, and that was a huge mistake. All right. We'll chalk that up to being a bit tired as well, that my mind was like, okay, there's going to be a problem, but couldn't process the fact that that problem might happen right there. So we only just started yawning. We still got an hour and 25 minutes game time. I really think that's going to be enough to make it, but let's make doubly sure. We got to go through this winding into town a little bit, onto the highway. I think as long as we don't run into well, too much of this. Actually, I should only shift once there. My shifting pattern is usually 3rd, 5th, 7th, and then single gear, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 from there. But due to the 49 tons, my gear shifting is 3rd, 5th, 6th, 7th. And in truth, at the rate I'm going, it should probably be 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But, yeah, whatever. Alright, game, come on, work with me. Of course there'd be a red light right at the intersection I need to turn and build up speed on. It was going to be close. I might have pushed for a little too much. Just because I can't roll a good speed here. You know, this is what's going to kill me. It's like, if I don't run into too much of having to slow down, hill climbs, and I'm able to get a highway roll up, then we'd be okay. But having to stop at that intersection, the first one without the light, and then stop at that second one with the light, now we got a hill climb, but I can see the goal. It's really not that far out. We might be okay. It's, even on lower settings, it's a beautiful mountain scenery right there. Screw you, loan installment. Where's my driver? Stop yawning. We're there already. Like I said, the frame rate and having to keep the graphics down, that's fraps, man. Because when I used to play this without fraps, everything on full 55, 60 frames a second. Even with Truck Sim Map, no problem. But at least we made it. At least we made it, and it's the border crossing too. Time for rain. It's a good thing we might be able to sleep through it. Alright. Still raining. Oh well. So, that, besides the speeding tickets, that was honestly a good run. It was a good run because there wasn't no accidents. There was just the speeding tickets, but there was no accidents. There was no issues. There was no major issues. There was no problems, and we pushed our stamina meter right to the edge, and were able to get in and park and rest. So we used up all of our available driving time, or pretty close to what, all of it, and parked before we started getting in trouble. So that was really, really good. Then we go to the map. Let's just scroll out here. We've already covered quite a chunk. We've gone from here to here. So we've gotten a good chunk of this out of the way. We've got some highway run and then some really tough back road, it looks like. And a good stretch of highway through towns. Some more country road here. And then it kind of looks like it's highway to this point, country road, town possibly. So, I don't know, just looking, I'd say 1, maybe 2 to here, and 3 to around up here, and then the home stretch. So probably 4 days. We'll see. But that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Again, I apologize if I'm not as consistent this week as I want to be. I know that I'm not very consistent to begin with, but it may even be more so. Like I said, tomorrow is technically my only day off in terms of not having to get up early and get things done. Again, I'm not complaining. I'm not that kind. This is my wife. This is her health. It's all I care about right now. It's just what is and what I have to do. And I'm okay with that. It's just that it may interfere with me doing recordings for a little while. So be that as it may, I will still be here definitely for the end of the giveaway for Nuclear Throne on Saturday. So, not too many people, and I gotta be honest, I didn't expect a lot of people. Not too many people signed up for it right now. That could change, that may not, I don't know. But, so far, so good. I'm actually pleased with what's going on, and it makes me smile a little bit, so. Everything's actually, it's gonna be tough, but it's in a good place. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to say. But as I said, that's me done. One big bugger. I'm signing out. And I'll see you then.